Okay, our next stop is we're going up north. We're going to Norway. Now, Norway is a country that I learned when I was very little because my birthday is June 22nd. And when I was very little, someone told me, oh, your birthday is June 22nd. You know, if you go to Norway on your birthday, you're going to see the solar day. It's midnight sun, so it's 24 hours of daytime. And I was like, wow, I have a special connection to this country. But, you know, as I was growing up, I realized, okay, it's not just June 22nd, it could be June 21st. And it's not just Norway, it can be anywhere up north. So, but that country stuck in my head, and it's also on my bucket list. I would love to visit Norway one day. And I picked composer Edvard Grieg's music for you in this chapter. Now, Grieg wrote several sets of lyric pieces. Now, they are called lyric pieces because it's a set of smaller pieces, and each small pieces can represent either a certain technique or explores a certain emotion or just tells a certain story. And all these small pieces together is called a set, lyric pieces. Now, this type of writing is very popular in 19th century Romantic time, where people also call it character pieces. So like composer Robert Schumann and Brahms, they always love to write smaller pieces and put them under one umbrella and give it a title. And I picked 5 lyric pieces for you from different sets. The first one is called Arietta. That means small aria. And you know aria is from an opera, and I love listening to opera. And aria in opera is where someone sings, oh, I love you so much for 3 minutes. Or I hate you so much for 3 minutes. Or the sky is just so blue and beautiful day for 3 minutes. So it's full of emotion and it's very beautiful. It usually has very lyrical, beautiful melody. And the second piece I picked, it's not a song anymore, it's a dance. It's a waltz. Now when we think about waltz, we always think about Chopin. He wrote so many famous waltz. And waltz has the pattern of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, being with the accent on the first beat. Now this type of waltz that's written by Grieg also reminds me of another genre wrote by Chopin, which is mazurka. Because in this waltz, sometimes you hear the accent on the second beat. It's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So it feels more like a folk dance type of waltz. And the third piece I picked for you is fairy dance. Now it's just as the title suggests, it's about fairy. So it's on the higher register of the piano where it's lighter and the sound is lighter and higher. And there are a lot of arpeggios going up and down to mimic the sound of fairies who fly very lightly. The fourth piece I picked is Wedding Day in Trondhaugen. Now Trondhaugen is a place in Norway, is where composer Grieg and his wife Nina spent their 50th wedding anniversary. And Grieg also wrote this piece for that occasion. Now, wedding march, when we think about wedding march, we always think about those pieces written by German composers, like Wagner or Mendelssohn, or we think about da dee da 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 da, or bum bum ba bum 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 ba bum, and those were both written by German composers. Now, this is a Norwegian version of Wedding March. It's very, very different. It's very cute, because in the music you can hear how in the village one person opened the door and another person opened the door, and more people start to open their door and they start to be like, wow, today's the big day. Where are the 2 lovebirds? And let's go celebrate and party together. And in the middle section of the music, it suddenly becomes quiet. It's almost like the 2 lovebirds finally got rid of everyone and they found a quiet place. And they're like, it's very conversational, like, oh, I love you, but I love you more. No, but I love you more. It's very, very quiet and sweet. But that did not last for very long, because then the village people rushed back in and they started this party again. The last piece in this chapter is Dwarf March. Now, just as the title suggests, it's about dwarf and they're marching together. And dwarf are small, and they are adorable. And when they march together too fast, sometimes they step on each other's feet. So sometimes they slip and they get up and they start to march again, and then there are more and more dwarfs start to march again. In the middle of the music, there's also a slow section. It's almost like all the dwarfs stop and they start to look at, okay, this is the mountain, this is the valley. Oh, what a beautiful mother of earth, this is so pretty. Start to appreciate what's around them. And then afterwards, they're like, okay, rest time is over. Let's start matching again. They started to do this marching thing again until the very end. So these are 5 lyric pieces by Edvard Grieg. I hope you enjoyed them. Thank you.
you.